and it was dark. It was at the Troubadour, so I couldn't really see. It was like it doesn't look like a hot dog, but then I just wrote hot dog with an arrow pointing at it. So she has that tattooed on her arm. So that was a pretty crazy, weird interaction. I caught the music bug when there was a counselor at a summer camp I went to named Jordan Lass, and he was really good at guitar, and there was this other kid in my bunk who also played guitar, and he gave him a lot of special attention, and I felt really jealous. I wanted Jordan to love me because I thought he was so cool, so I started playing guitar so he would pay attention to me. Actual playing of guitar was because of that, but my mom has really good taste in music, and she was kind of feeding me a good amount of like oldies and Beatles and stuff like that. And then I also simultaneously grew up with the MTV TRL thing happening, so Flo Rida and the Beach Boys are equally important to me. I started writing songs probably when I was like 13. I had this thing called a ripstick, which is like a skateboard, not skateboard, and I would ripstick to the park with my guitar, and I would write songs about my feelings. Still trying to make that leap for the most part, but I would say I started taking it seriously in high school. I would busk at the Barnes & Noble on Laurel and Ventura in Los Angeles, because I'm from Los Angeles, and I had a couple of, pretty sketchy music industry interactions where at least it felt like somebody was telling me that maybe you could do it. So I think I started taking it seriously around 11th grade. This one guy told my parents we had to give him $40,000 and then he would make me like the Jonas Brothers. That didn't happen, but that's, I think, when mentally it shifted for me. I think it's a good question, but what I would tell a 13-year-old songwriter is to just write about your feelings. And I think that what the beautiful part when I look back about my 13-year-old songs and the songwriting I was doing was it was pretty cringe and it was pretty derivative, like flagrantly derivative, but I think that is awesome. And I think it led me, I went down these rabbit holes and I was able to come out of it with a little something from everybody that I kind of like stole from. And then hopefully by the end of it, you steal enough from a bunch of different people and you end up with your own unique hamburger of songs, your song hamburger. Yeah, I would say for the most part, Paul Simon is a North Star of mine. I'm chasing him all the time. This guy named Max Bemis, who was the singer in a band called Say Anything, is a huge influence on me. Kid Cudi, the first two records are, perfect. I'm always thinking about that. And then I would say like bands like the Click 5 and sort of like that era of music tends to inform how I think about songs a lot too. Yeah, so many people. I was just talking to my buddy Ryman about this, but I think Joshua Sloan is so good. It's unfair. I was like upset when I heard him, but he's a wonderful songwriter. And what I like about him is like, I think he's taking the kind of folk thing, but like you can tell he likes Drake, and like you can hear like Drake bars in there, which I think is really cool. Shout out to Ryman also, who's a great songwriter. I think my friend Allegra Krieger is writing some of the best music also, and she's been touring her butt off. And then who else can I shout out? I think Jake Minch also he's a really good one. I think he's writing important songs. And then I'll throw in one more. Shout out to Remy Wolf also. I love Remy. She's great. Stand-up comedy is a big I like maybe, how would I put this? I think stand-up comedy influences the way I perform a little bit. I think I look at people that are calm on stage and it makes me feel really calm, and hopefully that's the energy I bring to performance. It's what I try to, at least, to feel just secure and kind of grounded. I think it probably also influences the way I talk, and I write songs the way I talk. those are the good songs, hopefully, is you're writing in the way that you talk. So maybe it informs it that way. And then documentaries also, I'm really inspired by. A good documentary can make me think about stuff different sometimes. My wife is the reality queen of the house. She works in reality TV. She's on this podcast called The Vinyl Files with Nick Vinyl, and she's just huffing that shit down all day. So I'm a little bit like, I kind of stiff arm that a little bit because it's around the house all the time, and you can only hear about that kind of stuff. It's the same plot in every show, which is great. I love it for them. But no, I would say I prefer my unscripted. Like, I just watched the Billy Joel documentary. Did you see that? That was so cool. He's kind of a huge fuck up, but in the best way. Like, I think I judged him very differently up until I saw that documentary, which is the cool thing about documentaries. You learn so much. Yeah, I love performing for my fans. I had that experience for the first time. I just wanted my first headline run. I've been the opener guy for a pretty, well, it's like, I've been opening for like 3 years, which was hopefully laying the foundation for this headline thing. And I was pretty anxious about going on a headline run because obviously it's like having your 10th birthday party and you just hope friends show up. But they showed up and it was really, really fun. And I think what I hope they get or take away from the experience is that I'm being authentic, and I'm trying to just be myself out there. And if that makes them feel like it's cool to be themselves, that's awesome. I mean, definitely I was at a show, actually, friend of the podcast, Adam Melcher. I was at an Adam Melcher show and a fan approached me and she was like, "Can you draw a hot dog on my arm?" And I was like, "Sure." And then she came to one of my shows, and the next time I saw her, she got it tattooed. But it was, when like a pen is like not fully inked up and it's like it kind of works but not really. And it was dark. It was at the Troubadour, so I couldn't really see. It was like it doesn't look like a hot dog, but then I just wrote hot dog with an arrow pointing at it. So she has that tattooed on her arm. So that was a pretty crazy, weird interaction. But no, my fans are like, I would say pretty normal, pretty chill. Like, it's always fun to talk to them. They bring me candy sometimes, which is cool. I'm really into breakfast burritos, so we'll talk about that a lot too. It's all love. Who cares? That's my answer. I don't care. I haven't heard that one. No, it's not. I would say it's more akin to like a granola, a yogurt experience. Interesting. Well, no, I don't think it is, actually. Yeah. No. My wife got me these like massage I guess they're goggles. It's like Theragun but for your eyes, and I put them over my eyes. There's a meditation app that comes with it, and it's like, oh, and it's like doing that to me. So I like that thing a lot. I like having it with me. Oh, dude, it's like, imagine being in a Sprinter band with like 8 smelly guys, and like you just played Phoenix for the 9th time in the past 2 years, and you have a 12-hour car ride. You just like, that's like your little escape. Yeah. And then a couple episodes of Gossip Girl and you're in LA before you know it. I think in terms of hobbies or special talents, I think I'm an elite athlete. I don't look like one, but I think that like if you ask anybody, they'll tell you and they know. Yeah, I'm gonna go play tennis after this with Kevin, my friend Kevin. I'm gonna play above average. I'm not saying I'm like, I think for what I was given and for what I made myself in terms of like my physical situation, I think I perform really well. I was on Survivor, like I wouldn't be like the best in the physical challenges, but I would be a threat. I like to think, yeah. I play, on Wednesday nights I play softball with my boys, and it's so fun. We play at Rancho Park, and then Saturday I have just the best group of guys ever. And we play, it's all like out of shape music producers who hate going to the gym, so it's the only fun way to get exercise. And then I play tennis probably once a week or something like that. So between those three, it's like really sporty. Yeah, but also I write songs and I care about feelings. I am in Nashville right now. I'm gonna play some shows and do some sessions. And then I'm gonna go home and do rehearsal. And then I'm gonna do another week of sessions. And then I'm gonna go on tour. I'm opening for Matt Mason, which should be fun. I love Matt. And then I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna keep working on my second album. And then I'll probably go on tour again. And I think I'm just gonna keep doing that until I die. So that's what's next.
We're here for the ride.
Hey, stunning people, if you want to get into the Salt Lick groove, head over to our channel page and get clicking. Tons of good stuff.